So the key step in this question is to kind of rewrite these terms so you can see that it is related to geometric series. And the step is to actually distribute that 1/5. So if we do that for the first term, 1/5 square minus 1/5 1/7. We'll do that same thing here, but leave it as 1/5 square. So then it would be 1/5 to the 4th minus 1/5 square 1/7 square. It's really about noticing a pattern eventually. So that's 6th and minus 1/5 cube 1/7 cube. So we have two sets of terms here. If you take out that first part, that 1/5 4th, and then 1/5 to the 6th, so on and so forth. So you can directly apply the formula for the sum of an infinite series where the common ratio is less than 1, which is S is equal to B over 1 minus R. B is the first term here, and the ratio is also 1/5 square, ratio between consecutive terms. So this would be 1/25 to 1 minus 1/25. That becomes 24 over 25. And then if we simplify that, that would be just 1 over 24th. If you look at the remaining terms, and this is the part I have to subtract, so that's 1/5 times 1/7 square. Actually, no, the first term is 1/5 times 1/7. And I'm doing plus, and then I'll eventually subtract that. 1/5 1/7 cube, and so on and so forth. Again, here the sum would be, the first term is 1/5 times 1/7 over the ratio. The common ratio is just this piece. And so multiply top and bottom by 35, so that would become 1, and then 35 minus 1, which is 1/34th. Now I just want to go over quickly. Sometimes, students get confused with the formulas, and this is how you can quickly sometimes I also feel shaky, and I will just do this quickly in the exam. But let's say we have to do something like this. The key is you multiply by that ratio, the common ratio, and you will see that this piece here is XS. So when you plug that in, you would get S minus XS is X, and then S becomes X over 1 minus X, where the ratio here is X as well, and the first term is X. So that's exactly what we did here. So now finally it's just about adding those two up, 1/24th plus 1/34th. I can factor out a 2. So that becomes 17 plus 12 is 29, and then 17, you can use a calculator here. I just remembered I need to subtract this, so watch out for that. So this is actually a subtraction. Yeah. Fortunately, I think there is no 29 here, so I think I've noticed if you make careless mistakes at the very end, they're not going to plan to put those answer choices here. So that way you can get lucky. So it's going to be 17 minus 12, which is 5. And the bottom is actually 204, making one more mistake. So maybe just stick to calculator. So 5 over 408 is the answer, which is choice B.